Good morning, everyone. Good morning, dear students. Good morning, family, and welcome to Maastricht University. My name is Pamela Habibovic, and I am the rector of this wonderful university. And today, it's a great celebration. We are celebrating the 46th anniversary of our university. We are still the youngest. We are one of the smallest ones. But we are also the one with the best students, as I dare to say. And this is why we are here this morning. This morning program is to honor our best Bachelor students from 2021. And of course, in the past 2 years, we've learned a lot about being not together, but still being together and being able to celebrate. And today I'm standing here in a beautiful aula of Maastricht University, but I'm all alone with the exception of a few technical people around me. But you are all out there, and I'm happy that you are, because like this we can also celebrate together. And all students, all winners of today, have also received a small package. They have received a certificate, and they have also received a small bottle of Prosecco and a glass engraved in which it says that they are the winners of this year. Now, the way we are going to celebrate this morning is actually by showing a small video that was recorded by your supervisors for each of the students. And the way we will do that is we will actually do it in the order of the different faculties, starting from the oldest faculty, the Faculty of Health, Medicine and Life Sciences, then moving to the Faculty of Law, the Faculty of the School of Business and Economics, the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences, the Faculty of Psychology and Neurosciences, and last but not least, with our newest faculty, the Faculty of Science and Engineering. I really hope that you are going to enjoy this morning's program of our celebration of our Dies Natalis. And I would like now to start with the first winner, and we are starting, as I mentioned, with the Faculty of Health, Medicine and Life Sciences. And the first winner is the Bachelor in Health Sciences, Anouk Francis Christine Blanke, and her thesis is Psychosocial Problems in Deaf or Hard of Hearing Children. A review.
Beste Anouk, wat was je verrast toen je hoorde dat je de Dies Natalis 2021 prijs had ontvangen voor de beste bachelorthesis? En wat was je blij toen je hoorde dat ik ook de mail had gekregen dat jij die prijs had gekregen? Want jij dacht dat het allemaal een grapje was. En dat siert jouw bescheidenheid. En bijna was het niet doorgegaan, want in eerste instantie had jouw vraag bij mij om jouw supervisor te worden mij helemaal niet bereikt. Maar gelukkig is het goed gekomen en heb jij een mooi stuk geschreven over psychosociale en gedragsproblemen bij kinderen die doof of slechthorend zijn. Het is een prachtig stuk geworden waarin je minutieus de recente literatuur hebt bekeken en dat aan de kliniek hebt gelinkt. Ik ben dan ook super trots op jou dat jij dit best wel moeilijke onderwerp naar voren hebt kunnen brengen en onder de aandacht hebt weten te zetten. En ook dat jij nog steeds bij onze vakgroep betrokken bent en nu de mentale problemen bij oudere kinderen onderzoekt. Beste Anouk, je hebt mij al vaker bedankt voor de begeleiding die ik jou heb gegeven. Maar bij deze wil ik jou bedanken voor je loyaliteit en gedrevenheid om dit onderwerp zo goed naar voren te brengen en in de schijnwerpers te zetten. Dank je wel daarvoor.
What a wonderful words. Congratulations, Anouk. Congratulations again. Our next winner is in the Bachelor of Sciences in Medicine, and this winner was not selected based on a thesis, but based on cum laude and study results. And this is Cato Margaretha Frans Herman.
Dear Cato, it's a huge honor to congratulate you today for your amazing achievement. Best thesis in the Bachelor of Medicine within the honor program. Wow! Congratulations to you and also to your family. You can be so proud of yourself. Of course, this achievement did not come as a surprise, as this is so much in line with all your other achievements in the last 3 years, in line with your hard work, your dedications, and basically with the fact that everything that you do in the best possible way. As your mentor, I had the opportunity to get to know you more personally. I truly enjoyed our deep discussions about life, feelings, and beyond. And what struck me the most was the fact that you are very modest and you care so much for the people around you. You have a huge heart. And I believe that this rare combination between your outstanding talents and skills to your warm personality makes you absolutely the best possible doctor to your patients. I also know that this is probably only the first award in many more to come, and I feel very lucky that I've been there to witness the beginning of your career, and I'm looking forward to see your future success.
Congratulations, Kato. What a wonderful words. And this also again shows that studying at Maastricht University is so much more than just learning knowledge, but it is about skills and it's about also relationship with your supervisor. Congratulations. Now we're moving on to our next winner in biomedical, Bachelor in Sciences in Biomedical Sciences, and that is Lisa Mei Yuan Kohle. And the title of the thesis is Interactive Neuroinflammatory Pathways and Transcriptomics Data Analysis for Schizophrenia and Psychosis, Emergence of Therapeutic Strategies.
Dear Lisa, first I would like to congratulate you for winning this year's Bachelor Thesis Prize. You did a really good job during your thesis and you totally deserved it. Your job was in the thesis to find new functions for old proteins that are known for metabolism and the immune system, and new functions specifically in the human brain. Your task was to map this knowledge in a machine-readable way so that we can use it for data analysis. You had to basically translate between the language of the biomedical knowledge and the language of semantic web and identifiers. The results of your thesis are now published on WikiPathways, a database for molecular pathways. These are open accessible now for researchers of all of the world to use your results for their research. During your thesis work, you showed great commitment for your work and you truly made this topic your own. You picked up the things I showed you very quickly, you extended it with your own knowledge and your own interests and really created something new. So when I first read your thesis work, I thought, hey, that is a paper, we need to publish that. I would like to thank you again for your hard work and your commitment throughout of this thesis. And I'm not going to say goodbye here or best wishes for the future because I will have several occasions to do that so, because we're going to continue working together until we have your first paper published.
Congratulations, Lisa. What a wonderful work in a very interdisciplinary manner. So I'm also really happy to see that your work will also continue in your collaboration with your supervisor. Congratulations. Our next winner is in Bachelor in Sciences in European Public Health. That is Alicia Mastilak, and the title of the thesis is The Blessing of Pregnancy, Barriers to Accessing Adequate Maternal Care in Poland, a mixed method study among women, healthcare providers and decision makers.
I want to congratulate Alicia on the great achievement for winning prize for Best Bachelor Thesis. What a great achievement. As her thesis supervisor, I enjoyed every hour of our meeting and was also seeing how enthusiastic and passionate she was for the topic and how high she was aiming. Alicia wrote thesis on access to adequate maternal care in Poland, and she collected data through online questionnaires from women who recently gave birth in Poland and interviews with decision makers and healthcare providers in the field. I must say I was a little hesitant when Alicia came to me first and said she wants to collect data through interviews and online questionnaires for her bachelor thesis. But in the end, I saw her coming with her professionalism, showing initiative, and she grew so much during this time. And in the end, it was a great piece of work and a great thesis to read. However, Alicia didn't stop there. She's currently working on finishing it and publishing it into international journal. And fingers crossed for that. Alicia, I want to congratulate you once again on this great achievement. And I also want to wish you a lot of success in your further career steps. You're a talented woman.
Amazing. Again, congratulations, Alicia, another talent whose work will also be published in a scientific paper. Really well done. Now, these were the winners from a Faculty of Health Medicine and Life Sciences, and we are now moving to our next faculty, and that is the Faculty of Law. And starting first with a Bachelor of Sciences in Tax Law, the winner is Isa van Dijk. En de title of her thesis is Thuiswerkregeling voor de grenswerkers tijdens de COVID-19-crisis.
Hallo Isa, van harte proficiat met de scriptieprijs voor de Bachelor Fiscaal Recht. Tijdens de coronapandemie hebben heel veel mensen thuis moeten werken. Ik heb vanuit thuis gewerkt. Jij hebt ook vanuit thuis aan je scriptie gewerkt. Vragen. En een van die vragen heb jij in je scriptie onderzocht. Je hebt gekeken naar de fiscale consequenties voor grenswerknemers. Je hebt bekeken hoe de internationale overeenkomsten tussen Nederland, België, Luxemburg, Duitsland en Frankrijk zijn vormgegeven, zodat de grenswerknemers niet met onaangename financiële consequenties worden geconfronteerd. En jij en ik weten dat die regels heel complex zijn en in je scriptie heb je daar ook een heel mooie beschrijving van gegeven. Je hebt onderzocht hoe de Benelux-landen, Duitsland, Frankrijk met elkaar internationale regelingen hebben getroffen om die positie van die grenswerknemers iets te verlichten, zodat ze niet met een onaangename financiële consequentie kwamen te staan. Je hebt een hele mooie rechtsvergelijking uitgevoerd. Die heb je op een heel zorgvuldige manier gedaan. Je hebt gekeken naar alle specifieke regelingen die landen met elkaar zijn overeengekomen. En al die regelingen heb je ook nog eens vergeleken met de aanbevelingen van de Organisatie voor Economische Samenwerking en Ontwikkeling. Dat was een helskerij, maar je hebt het toch maar gedaan. Ten slotte, als kers op de taart, heb je ook nog aanbevelingen gedaan hoe je het internationale belastingrecht beter kan vormgeven om het thuiswerken door grenswerknemers beter te faciliteren. Ik heb heel veel plezier beleefd aan het begeleiden van je scriptie. Je hebt het altijd op een zorgvuldige wijze gedaan, maar ook met heel veel positieve inzet. En we weten allebei, dat is niet altijd makkelijk als je thuis zit. Hartelijk gefeliciteerd en wees trots op jezelf, wees trots op deze mooie prestatie en heel veel succes in de toekomst.
Congratulations, Isa. What a great example of a bachelor thesis dealing with a very important question that we were suddenly also and importantly addressing during the COVID-19 pandemic. Congratulations for your great work. Now we're moving on to our next winner in Bachelor of Sciences in European Law School, and that is Evgenia Koko. The applicability of Article 102 TFEU in the digital marketplace, data-related abuses of dominance by online platforms.
Hi Jenny, massive congratulations on winning the Bachelor Essay Prize in the Bachelor European Law School. You wrote about competition law. You know that, of course, but people who might be watching this may not. So let me explain a little bit. Competition law is a technical, difficult subject, and we only scratch the surface of it during a bachelor. So it's not self-evident to write about this in a bachelor thesis at all. But you took up that challenge. And not only did you take up that challenge, you actually wrote about something that we call uncharted territory, something that hasn't been written about all that much just yet. You looked at the potential abuse of a dominant market position by online social media platforms. We will not name them here by name for legal reasons. You came to me asking me to supervise your bachelor essay, and you had this ambitious plan, and you also had a very ambitious timeline. And I thought, okay, let's see how this goes. And you made that timeline. And the draft that you handed in, I remember when reading it, that I thought this is not only good, this is really good. And this has the potential to be really, really good. And I sent you an email saying, okay, this is really good, but I have a challenge for you. And then you wrote me an email back, I remember, that had in the subject line, challenge accepted. And did you accept that challenge? Yes. The final bachelor essay that you handed in was not only a really, really good bachelor essay and a well-deserved 10, the second 10 I gave in my 20 years of doing this, but it could also have held its own among very, very good master theses. So Jenny, congratulations once more. I'm sure this is only the first step in what's undoubtedly going to be a stellar career.
Well, Evgenia or Jenny, if I understand that your supervisor, that is how he calls you. Congratulations, what a wonderful words, what a wonderful performance. You can really be proud of yourself, and we as a university are proud of you. Now let's move on to our next winner, that is the Bachelor Sciences in Dutch Law. And the winner is Mark Steins. With his thesis De papieren tijger van het bezettingsrecht. Een onderzoek naar de praktische naleving van artikel 43 Landoorlogreglement tijdens bezetting in het verleden, het heden en de toekomst.
Beste Mark, ik zit hier met een enorme glimlach op mijn gezicht, omdat ik echt super trots op je ben. En ik mag jou hier nu feliciteren omdat jij de scriptieprijs voor het beste bachelor essay voor Nederlands recht hebt gewonnen. En dat is zeer verdiend, mag ik wel zeggen. Jij kwam in juli, kreeg ik al een mailtje van jou, vorig jaar. Heel enthousiast. Uit dat mailtje bleek dat je stond te popelen om te beginnen. Nou, dat was al leuk om te horen. En bij onze eerste afspraak bracht je al meteen 4 volledig uitgewerkte ideeën mee. Nou, dat had ik nog nooit meegemaakt, zo gedetailleerd. Dus daar was ik van onder de indruk. Maar dat bleek nog maar het begin te zijn. Nou, al gauw bleek dat 1 idee, dat ging hem worden. Je ging artikel 43 van het Haags Landoorlogsreglement aan een nadere analyse onderwerpen. En je ging onderzoeken in hoeverre dat landoorlogsreglement was nageleefd in de Tweede Wereldoorlog in Nederland door de Duitse bezetter. Maar je ging ook kijken naar de meer recente toepassing van dat artikel en alle beperkingen die dat artikel met zich meebracht. En je ging ook dat artikel kritisch analyseren om te kijken wat er nou beter kon. Nou, die scriptie, dat werd geweldig. Het was methodologisch supersterk. Je structuur was fantastisch, heel helder. Je verhaal was ook goed verwoord. Je literatuurkeuze was vlekkeloos. En je kwam met hele duidelijke aanbevelingen. Aanbevelingen die niet alleen heel kritisch waren en heel goed werkbaar waren, maar die ook bleken, waaruit bleek dat je heel veel realiteitszin had. Omdat je liet zien dat je wist waar de knelpunten zaten bij dat artikel. Nou ja, dat zou je al gewoon een heel goed cijfer hebben opgeleverd. Maar dat was niet het enige. Want jouw werkwijze, daar moeten we het ook even over hebben. Want dat heb ik ook echt nog nooit meegemaakt. Dat was zo goed, zo gedegen. Je kwam met een planning in september, een gedetailleerde planning, een gedegen planning. En daar heb je je het hele jaar werkelijk tot op de minuut aangehouden. Nou, dat heb ik nog nooit meegemaakt zo. En ik zou zeggen, dat is echt een voorbeeld voor iedere wetenschapper, voor iedere onderzoeker, om zo te werken. Dus Mark, het was een genot om met je te werken. Dat enthousiasme van jou, je gedegenheid, je precisie, super. Je enthousiasme voor de rechtsgeschiedenis ook, daar kan ik als docent rechtsgeschiedenis alleen maar heel enthousiast van worden. Ik wil je daar heel hartelijk voor danken. Ik wil je heel veel succes wensen met je verdere carrière. En nogmaals, van harte gefeliciteerd.
Wow, what a superlatives, what a words. You can really be proud of yourself, Mark. And so is, as we've seen, your supervisor. Congratulations again. Dear students, now we are moving to our next faculty, the School of Business and Economics. And there we have the first winner in Bachelor of Sciences in Fiscal Economics, and that is Noah Helsloot, with a thesis entitled What Effect Did the Paradise Papers Have on CSR Policies of the Large Multinationals Involved?
Dear Noah, it is with great pleasure that I congratulate you for winning this award for your bachelor thesis. During your bachelor thesis, you investigated whether tax avoidance has any reputational damage for firms. In your thesis, you proposed a model to investigate this. As tax avoidance is a legal but often seen as immoral activity, it remains an open question whether tax avoidance has any reputational damage for a company. In your thesis, you propose a model to investigate this by looking at the firms exposed in the Paradise Paper leak of 2016 and investigating whether these firms have spent more money on corporate social responsibility activities afterwards. Overall, your thesis was excellent in all its aspects, from the theoretical model to the statistical analysis, as well as the academic reasoning and writing. As a supervisor, the biggest compliment I can give you is that you didn't need much of my supervision at all. From the beginning onwards, all the work you delivered was excellent. Dear Noah, I would again like to congratulate you with this great achievement and wish you all the best for your future endeavors.
Congratulations, Noah. Very well done. And although your supervisor did not have to work very hard to supervise you, that is definitely a compliment. I would really like to say that all these supervisors we are seeing today are doing a hard work, trying to help students and trying also to make you learn new knowledge and new skills. So also they should be applauded today. Now we are moving to our next winner, that is in Bachelor Sciences International Business. And the winner is Marcel Pascal Redding with the thesis, "Does offering a fully traceable coffee improve smallholder coffee farmers' livelihood? A case for blockchain-based traceability systems in Ethiopia's coffee industry."
Dear Marcel, you came to me almost a year ago with a wild idea to implement blockchain technology in the coffee supply chain to ensure that small farmers in Ethiopia were compensated fairly. An interesting and noble pursuit, but not an easy one. You had to dive deep into complex technologies and complicated markets, a challenge you faced head on. And as we went through our meetings, it became more and more clear to me that you were up for it. Towards the end of the process, you approached me for a final meeting where we talked a lot about implementation and what it would take for your idea to become a reality. We settled on a probability probe that we could use to convince all parties involved of the value that you have created. I remember thinking to myself after this meeting, I hope you can bring it all together. But after reading your final thesis, all these worries went away. You have written a piece of work that is understandable, interesting, comprehensible, and most importantly, valuable. You have written a blueprint on how to implement your idea. You identify challenges and opportunities. If there's anyone in the audience today that would like to make this a reality, they need only follow your thesis. Marcel, this award is well deserved. You have written an excellent piece of work, and I am proud to have been your supervisor.
Congratulations, Marcel. So your supervisor is very, very proud of you, but also I see that you've collected people around you who are equally proud, and you have already started celebrating, which is exactly what we are doing today. Congratulations and have a great day. Now we are moving to our next winner in a Bachelor of Sciences in Econometrics and Operations Research. And the winner is Amber Isabella Rerimassi with the thesis, "The Impact of Non-Pharmaceutical Interventions and Behavior Change on the COVID-19 Pandemic in the EU."
Dear Amber, many congratulations. Last January, you approached me for help in finding a topic for your bachelor thesis, asking me if I knew someone who had topics available that were related to health econometrics, which you found very interesting to work on. I actually had such a topic available as recently a paper had been published that used advanced econometric methods to analyze the effect of government interventions on COVID infections and deaths in the United States. Examples of such interventions were shop or school closures or mandates regarding face masks. When I read this paper, I thought it would be a great but very challenging topic for a master thesis to extend this analysis to Europe. So I told you about this topic with some reservation. I was worried that, given I thought it was challenging for a master thesis, it might be a bit too much for a bachelor thesis. But you were very enthusiastic about this topic and assured me that you relished the challenge of working on this, and you convinced me to indeed supervise you on this topic. And it turns out you were very right, as your thesis turned out very well. I've been very impressed by the way you worked on this topic, dissecting the original paper in all its details and meticulously implementing their methods. Your final thesis was of such a high level that I understood the original paper much better after reading your thesis. And not only was it very high level in terms of econometrics and academic writing, but it also had a very clear societal impact. You showed very clearly what the effects were of the different kind of interventions, and for example, also how many cases and deaths might have been prevented had certain measures been taken earlier. You can be very proud of your thesis, and it's a very worthy winner of the Bachelor Thesis Prize. So I would like to congratulate you on this great achievement.
Well, congratulations, Amber. Very well done. You can really be proud of yourself, and you've done a really important work, as your supervisor said. So congratulations and enjoy this achievement. We're moving on to the last winner from the faculty of School of Business and Economics. That's in Bachelor of Sciences in Economics and Business Economics. And the winner is Konstantin Felix Schuurman with the thesis, Does Regional Public Procurement Management Matter?
Dear Konstantin, last week I received email with the news that you won the Bachelor Thesis Prize of 2021. What a great surprise. But this surprise only lasted for a second. My next thought was, of course, who else should have won the thesis prize other than you? In fact, I'm not surprised at all. During the thesis supervision, I quickly noticed that you knew very well what you wanted to focus on in your research, and that you also knew very well how to do that. You were highly independent. You asked specific and targeted questions, thought about my feedback, and thoroughly discussed it. Your thesis studies how differences in regional public procurement management affect the impact of European cohesion policy on economic outcomes. Your findings show that more efficient public procurement management has a positive impact in the effectiveness of transfers. This has crucial implications for policy that you thoroughly discuss. Your thesis received a very high grade, and that is very well deserved. I have been saying there are bachelor theses on the one hand, and there's the bachelor thesis of Konstantin on the other hand. The nicest moment of supervision, all online of course, was not the supervision itself, which I still very much enjoyed. The nicest moment was afterwards. We had the opportunity to meet in person in Rotterdam and chat over a beer. A special way of ending the supervision of the special thesis. Congratulations, Konstantin, and viel Erfolg for your studies in London.
Also, on my behalf, Konstantin, congratulations. Very well done. And your supervisor is very, very proud of you. And apparently there were no doubts even in the very beginning that you would win this year's prize. So congratulations and enjoy your day. Now we are moving to our next faculty, the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences. And our first winner in the Bachelor of Sciences in Arts and Culture is Nino Luipen, and the title of the thesis is Acting Within the Story, Exploring the Immersive Traits of Interactive Narrative Games, a case study of Until Dawn.
Nino Luipen has written a wonderful thesis about digital interactive gaming. Doubtlessly you know of gamers who become totally immersed by their play, oblivious to their surroundings and even their bodies. Game studies scholarship has long sought to understand what prompts this state of immersion. And to do that, they have long looked at archetypical game genres, such as first-person shooters, role-playing games, or simulation games. But this state of scholarship is now challenged by innovative game genres, such as digital interactive narrative games, which have few of the mechanics in common with many of these archetypical games, but somehow still manage to provoke a sense of immersion in their player. How do they do that? Using a original and interdisciplinary framework, Nino has extended existing models of game immersion with insights from narrative theory, with a keen attention to empirical detail in his in-depth qualitative interviews and ethnographic observation. He has managed to disentangle the various elements that have helped to orchestrate this experience of immersion within their players over time. This wonderful achievement is a product of Nino's combined ambition, pragmatism, and openness to be challenged at times. This has made you, Nino, a joy to supervise in the past months, and I would like to congratulate you heartfelt with this wonderful achievement. What a great honor.
Wow, congratulations, Nino. What a timely, what an interesting topic. It's actually something that a thesis that I would like to read myself, because I have to admit, as an engineer, I know very little about this, but it sounds really, really interesting. So congratulations on your great achievement. Now we are moving on to the next winner, the Bachelor of Sciences in European Studies, and that is Konstantin Matthias Reiners. And the title of the thesis is Good Cop or Bad Cop? How the NGO Deutsche Umwelthilfe expedites the practical implementation of the Ambient Air Quality Directive in Germany.
Dear Konstantin, congratulations on winning this Bachelor Thesis Award for the Bachelor European Studies. I've been supervising thesis for over 20 years now, and once every so often you get to meet a student who's just brilliant. And you obviously were one of them. We participated in my Marble project, where I asked the students to analyze tools and instruments that really work to make EU policy work on the ground. And from the moment you gave me your ideas on what you would like to do, I thought, oh, this is going to be a brilliant thesis. And indeed. So what you did, you analyzed the role of environmental NGOs in stimulating and sometimes pushing member state governments to comply with European legislation. And it indeed led to a brilliant thesis. It was even so good that this summer we cooperated together to submit it to a journal, and we recently received a revise and resubmit for one of the top journals in the field of European studies. This is really amazing for a bachelor thesis, and it just shows how much you deserve to win this prize. So you should be very proud of this. I know I am really proud of you. When we cooperated on the article, it almost felt more like cooperating with a colleague than it did as cooperating with a student. So dear Konstantin, again, congrats on this wonderful prize. I really enjoyed cooperating with you, and luckily we continue cooperating. It really feels like I'm working together with a colleague rather than with a student. So this only shows you very much deserve to win this prize. I hope you're very proud of yourself, at least I am. So again, congratulations.
Wow, congratulations, Konstantin. What a great words, and again an example of what I meant in the very beginning, that this is the university with very best students. Now I would like to move on to a next faculty, and that is the Faculty of Psychology and Neuroscience. And we have a Bachelor in Science in Psychology, and the winner is Ben Fishman, with a thesis entitled Senko AI, Speeding Up FNIRS-Based Communication.
Dear Ben, my warmest congratulations on your award for your bachelor thesis. Your thesis was or is exceptional in many ways. I still remember when you contacted me with the question to do your empirical bachelor work. You had heard that we develop brain-computer interfaces for severely motor disabled people, and that we were able to let individuals communicate 4 answer options. You just thought that's not enough. I want that people can communicate sentences. You wanted to develop and test a whole sentence encoding paradigm. And I was quite skeptical, because how should you do this? Because the method we are using, functional infrared spectroscopy, is quite crude. But I fastly realized that you are very clever, and you combined functional imaging with computer science methods and implemented an encoding paradigm using a sentence prediction algorithm. Yes, everything was tested, everything was ready to be tested, and then COVID-19 came and the lockdown, so we could not measure. But this was just another catalyst for your project, because you said, okay, Bettina, I will test you as my subject because you have the system at home, because I had it at home because of the teaching purposes. And yes, you made it work, you tested me, it worked out, and it was fun. And then your thesis was of high quality, I have to say. It could have been the same way a master thesis or a piece of a PhD thesis. Ben, again, my congratulations, also in the name of your second supervisor, Christian Herf, and also in the name of all members of the Hemodynamic Brain-Computer Interface Group at FPN. Enjoy, you really deserve this prize.
Congratulations, Ben, very well done. And I think your supervisor said something that we should not underestimate, that all these theses have been done during the COVID-19 pandemic, which was a very difficult time for many of us, but especially for our students who had to be, as we just also heard, had to be supervised online for a large part, or they did not have access to facilities to do their research. So this is also makes these theses of this year very, very special. So congratulations again. Now we are moving to our final faculty, our youngest faculty, Faculty of Science and Engineering. And the first, the winner is in a Bachelor of Sciences in Maastricht Science program, and that is Valentine Alibert, with the thesis Preparing for Bepi Colombo with 3D simulations of Mercury's magnetosphere.
So thank you for giving me an opportunity to congratulate Valentine Alibert by myself. So I supervised Valentine's bachelor project last June in Toulouse. It's in the south of France, in a laboratory that is called Institut de Recherche en Astrophysique, which is so an astrophysics institute. And so Valentine worked on a bibliography project to understand why we would need to test different models of the magnetic field of the planet Mercury in numerical simulations to prepare for the flyby of a space mission, which is called Bepi Colombo. And Bepi Colombo is a mission from the European Space Agency and the Japanese Space Agency. So this mission this mission flew by Mercury for the first time last October, so after the project of Valentine. But Valentine did the bibliography research to prepare for this flyby and to understand what models of the magnetic field of the planet we would have to test to understand how the planet reacts in a very variable solar wind. So I don't have time to explain to you what the solar wind is specifically, or why we are interested into studying that for Mercury, but Valentine did a very good job. She was very curious and read a lot of papers of publications from very prestigious journals. And I was very amazed by the quality of her report, very complete and she went very far in the details so that it would be as perfect as possible. So I'm very happy she won this prize, and Valentine, I congratulate you very much. And I'm very happy that you decided to go on in exploiting these qualities of gathering the information and telling us wonderful stories with the research you have done. So congratulations, and I wish you a very nice future.
Congratulations, Valentina. What a great words, and what a great example of a collaboration between our university with other institutions. So a supervisor from Toulouse. So that's a really, really important experience, especially for somebody who is pursuing maybe later a career in research. So very well done, and congratulations again. Now we are moving on to our next winner in Bachelor of Science in Data Science and Artificial Intelligence, and that is Krzysztof Cybulski, I hope I pronounced this correctly, with the thesis Reliable Deep Regression Using Overhead Images.
Hi Chris, congratulations for this thesis award. You did an amazing amount of work in your thesis where you looked at data from aerial images that were taken from airplanes, and the idea was to predict the density of buildings from these images in a reliable fashion. And reliable predictions are really important nowadays because decisions are being made based on these predictions that we provide. And so it's really a key cornerstone in machine learning and statistics nowadays to work on this problem. So you combine theory and practice together in your work. This is very impressive at the bachelor level, and it was really a pleasure to read your thesis. And so, Chris, it was great that I got to know you during those 3 years here in Maastricht, And I know that you will do great in the future and in your master's and in whatever you will do next. And I hope all the best for you and for your family, and congratulations again on your award for your thesis. Take care.
Congratulations, Chris. A great achievement in a very, very important area of science for our university. So data science and artificial intelligence is something that we have really invested a lot in the past years. So it is great to see that we are also able to attract such excellent students. Now we are moving on to our next winner, and that is Bachelor in Science in University College Venlo, because yes, also in Venlo we have students. And the winner is Muharrem Tesbasaran with the thesis entitled Identification of Key Players Within a Social Network.
Hello, Mua. What is the relationship between medical innovations and Twitter? Normally you would say that there is no relationship. In this case, you studied this relationship and really showed that Twitter can have an impact on the dissemination and adoption of medical innovations. In this case, this was a medical app that can be used by patients to monitor their heart rhythm. As you know, the thesis will be assessed not only by your supervisor, that was me, but also by a second grader. In this case, the report of the second grader started with, "Wow, wow, wow, what a great thesis this is." So you should feel very encouraged by that, and also by the assessment that this is really a thesis that also has a practical impact. Your conclusions were very, very helpful, and the way you analyzed the data was meticulously, and also you processed a lot of data that was made available by the university hospital. Your professional attitude and also the quality of your work was really astonishing. You used up-to-date and up-to-standards methods to analyze the networks, and these networks were huge, about 1 million nodes in the network, and it's not easy to analyze this. Moreover, you learned many of these statistical techniques yourself. So this is a great achievement and also shows your flexibility. Mua, I know that you bought a camper van. Probably an iconic Volkswagen bus that everyone would think of, and you traveled through Europe. And that's why I think that you will not be present here in Maastricht. And I would also recommend, if you're not present, to really stay there. I know that you're an entrepreneur and that you want to set up your own business later. And you found a lot of satisfaction in helping an entrepreneur here at the University Hospital to disseminate the app and to disseminate the innovation. Mua, you are keen to be an entrepreneur. You always told me. And you put a lot of effort in it to help an entrepreneur here at the University Hospital. This is great. And I think this is a great preparation also for your future career as an entrepreneur. And I would like to conclude with, again, repeating what the second grader already noticed. Wow, 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 what a great thesis this is. All the best for the future as an entrepreneur.
Yeah, wow, what can I say? Congratulations, Muha. It's also great to hear all these nicknames actually that your supervisor shared with us. So congratulations, what a great, great thesis. And again, a great example that doing a research nowadays is not only about creating knowledge, but it is also really about making a societal impact. And I'm really, really proud to see that there are also our bachelor students aware of the importance, potential importance of their research for the society as a whole, as we saw in this example. Congratulations. Now we are at the very last but not least winner of 2021 bachelor thesis in Bachelor of Science of University College Maastricht. And the winner is Bente Maria Wissel with the thesis entitled In Training Neural Rhythmicity, Investigating the Impact of Musical Expertise on Neural Entrainment in Speech.
So Bente came to me in the beginning with a lot of curiosity and excitement about this project that I was leading regarding rhythm perception at musicians and non-musicians. Particularly excited about the musician brain, and that excitement we shared, and we bonded in the beginning because of that excitement. And then I was amazed to see how she really dived into the project, asking the right questions, really understanding very well concepts that are complex on the level of science, on the level of methodology, novel technologies. So she was really into it and asking the right questions, which was big enrichment for me and the project. Then we started working together, so we did a lot of recruitment of participants, data collection, data analysis, and of course she wrote her excellent thesis on it, which I could only give her the best grade. You have to understand it's a project of European standards. It was my Marie Curie project, and Bente swam right into it and she made the best out of it. Therefore, given the complexity of the project, her own curiosity and excellence, I am so proud she did the best job ever. Yeah, so and a little bit of an anecdote about how Bente was in the team. I had a little team of people and we worked together. So we were supporting each other, they were doing data analysis together, and sometimes we would even compete about who can do the best work in the shortest amount of time. So I remember Bente doing something like data collection within 2 hours and another student doing 1 hour 50, which was, yeah, they were competing, challenging each other on that. So that was really fun to watch. So Bente, I'm really, really proud of you. I'm really confident that with your curiosity, your deep thinking, and your lively character, you will continue to thrive in science, in your master's. What about a PhD, and also maybe in academia. So I really believe you have all what is needed to succeed. Take care.
Congratulations, Bente. Very well done. And again, I think extremely important to hear that science is a teamwork. It is not one scientist, one student working alone, but it is really a teamwork, and you have really shown that. And a little bit of competition is not bad when it comes to research. So congratulations, very, very well done. You have made your supervisor proud of you, and you can be proud of yourself. Well, dear students, we've seen some wonderful, wonderful stories. We've seen titles of very, very nice theses, varying really from the work in health to psychology, to Twitter, to neural entrainment in speech. So really, but all of them equally good, equally great, equally something to be proud of. And as I mentioned in the beginning, I'm really, really pleased as a rector. I'm really happy to see so much talent around us, so many students coming to Maastricht, developing themselves and also contributing societally and to the existing knowledge with their work. So now we can congratulate you again and we can celebrate together. And as I mentioned in the beginning, you have all received a little bottle of Prosecco, and I realize that it's still very early and that we have still a long way to go, but I still think that we should celebrate and that we can also have a toast together to honor all of your hard work and great achievements. Congratulations again. Fantastic. Now, what is also important, what is left for me to say is that all these prize winners, they will be, the information about them will be published on our website starting tomorrow. They have all written a pitch about their thesis, and you can find these pitches and the movies from the supervisors on the website. And talking about supervisors, I would like also to thank all of them for recording such a wonderful movie, which I think also is a very, very nice memory. for all these students to the great work they have done in the past. Now this is the end of the morning program of this 46th Dies Natalis, but we also have an afternoon program which is very, very interesting too. So first of all, we will start this afternoon at about 3:30 with a very intriguing keynote lecture by Nailantai Lengete. So this is our invited speaker today. We will have a speech by our current president, Professor Rianne Lechert. Then there will be an official rectorship handover ceremony, because I am a rector, but I actually started in February already. But the celebration of the Dies Natalis was delayed because of COVID. So then today we will have an official moment of the rectorship handover. I will give a speech myself. We will, of course, also have the Wienand Wijnen Education Prize, our Master Student Prizes, as well as a dissertation prize. And I should also say that all the prizes that you have received today will also be shown during the ceremony and during the celebration this afternoon. So you can follow the celebration also online. There will be a live stream. You're all very welcome to do that. And with this, I would like to thank you all for participating online. I hope you enjoyed it. I did for sure. And on behalf of the entire university, congratulations again and have a wonderful day.